Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban knife style and jungle survival. Today we're going to look at the Leatherman Rebar, and I'll share why I chose it as my multi-tool for urban and jungle survival. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. It will really help the channel out. Thanks. Leatherman needs no introduction, and they have many models for their multi-tools. Popular models include the Wave Plus, Surge and Charge. There's also a Signal, which was designed for outdoor use, as it comes with a survival whistle and knife sharpener, as well as a mini ferro rod. I wanted just one multi-tool for urban and jungle survival, and after months of research and handling all the different ones, I decided that the Rebar was the multi-tool for me. So how is the Rebar different from the rest of the models? First, unlike the other popular models, all the tools are on the inside of the multi-tool. The Rebar is modeled after the original Leatherman PST and is a smaller version of the Super Tool 300. So it opens like any other Leatherman, and the tools are all on the inside. The Rebar pliers have been optimized for strength and feature replaceable wire hard cutters, a first for 4-inch tool from Leatherman. There's also the standard knife, which we have over here. This is a straight edge blade made from 420HC. We've got all the other various tools over here as well, from the awl, screwdrivers, and a metal file. Now, all the different tools can be locked from each side. So if you open it over here, it is now locked. So this is the locking mechanism that you'd have to depress. So if you're to use it, you could close it up, or you could leave it like that. So it's long, and when you want to close the tool, press down hard, and it will close like this. And on the other side, we have saws. So we've got one metal saw over here, and over here we have a wood saw. We also have a Phillips head screwdriver, as well as a can opener over here. And it closes up as usual as well. So here are some specs for the Rebar. It's 4 inches closed, the blade length is 2.9 inches, and the weight is 6.7 ounces, or about 190 grams. Now, there are several reasons why I chose the Rebar. First, some context. I see this as a multi-tool and not a primary knife. I will either have a dedicated fixed blade, folding knife, or both. So the knife in the multi-tool is a backup knife. I'll only use it when I don't have my primary knives for whatever reason. The Rebar itself is slightly lighter and thinner than the Wave, Surge, Charge, or Signal. Due to the box design with all the tools on the inside, the ergos are also better. So that means when you open up to, for example, to use the pliers, you have a much more comfortable grip than the other ones, because many of those have the tools accessible from the outside. Another reason is that all these screwdrivers are fixed and one piece in construction. So for example, the Phillips head screwdriver, it's a one-piece construction. So it does not have the bit driver where you would change the bit heads. And I think this is important in the jungle or in a survival situation where you don't really want to fumble about for your screwdrivers, and you want it strong, and you do not want it falling out, and you do not want to lose it. So now, while having a bit driver is very useful in a day-to-day situation if you need it for your job, I think in a survival situation, I want all this fixed. I do not want the loose items that can be lost. I also did not choose the Signal because all these survival tools are removable tools. So they could also technically get lost. And I have proper dedicated tools that are much better than the ones in the Signal. And because the Signal needs to make space for those small survival tools, it has to remove some other useful tools. For example, the file in the Rebar. So the metal file can be used to sharpen your knives if you need it in a pinch. Of course, it can't sharpen the knife in the Rebar itself, but at least you do have some kind of a sharpening tool. And the sharpener that comes with the Signal is really small. Finally, the Rebar is cheaper than other models. It's probably due to the design and the engineering involved, because everything's on the inside. You don't need outside tools with individual lots, which can drive up the production costs. So if you're budget conscious, or if those couple of tens of dollars makes a difference, then definitely that's a plus point for the rebar. So it's all these reasons why I think the rebar fits my needs for urban and jungle survival. The rebar is currently in my urban apartment bug out bag, which I'll share in the near future. Here's a tip when you get a brand new rebar or almost any large Leatherman tool. When you first get it, it will likely be very stiff. You need to use a lot of force just to open it, and especially to close it. You often have to really use a lot of strength to break it, and you can feel that force in your wrists. And when it's too stiff, it can be dangerous to close. Because you have to exert more strength to close it, you may clip your fingers and cause blood blisters, really pinching you along the fingers right over there. It's happened to me. So this is what you need to do. When you first get a new Leatherman and it is stiff, you want to clean the joints. Okay, so you take a cotton bud and you clean all the joints, and you realize it's all black, and you have to go through probably a dozen Q-tips or cotton buds to clean it. So you clean it there, you would open it up, and you would clean all the sides, basically everywhere you can get, and try to get as much of that black gunk out. Now once you do that, then you need to oil it. So get your oil and lubricate those parts. And you also, if you can get a cleaning oil, that'd be great, because you also want to clean it out at the same time. Now what you need to do is really to work it, and you literally have to do this maybe hundreds of times. Open, close, and you can do it, when you're commuting or you're watching TV, and just keep opening it and closing it. And the whole idea is to wear it out. And after you've done that a few hundred times, take a cotton bud once again and clean up all the joints, and then re-oil it, and then you can repeat the process 1 or 2 times. Eventually, you'll get the stiffness out to a safe degree, and over time, as you use the tool, it will be smoother and safer to use. I hope you enjoyed this video on my thoughts of the rebar. What is your preferred multi-tool for urban and jungle survival? Do let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it folded, keep it safe.